So, can you tell me about what happened when you were living at home and the war started? What happened? Did the Russians come into your village?
No, the Hungarians and Germans came first. And then Hungarians came next. And after the war, the end of the war, 45, the Russians came into our village. So we were constantly occupied by foreigners.
So, what were they doing?
Well, they all, every bit of food we had, they took it away from us.
So, how were they, did they live, where did they live when they were in your village?
Well, at one point we had 26 Russian soldiers in our house.
26?
Russian soldiers. And I don't know how many teams of horses. After they ate all the food, that was in the spring, there was nothing, not even straw left for our animal. They took off and got to the next village. Huh? Oh yeah, the Russians got our chickens and killed them. My mother had to cook the chicken for the Russian soldiers, but my father had the first meal. Make sure it wasn't poisoned.
And so did this just happen once, or was it every day?
Well, but the food was gone by then, so they had to move on someplace else.
How long were they in your house
I
for?
don't know, 4 or 5 days, because there was nothing left.
Oh.
They had to move on.
All of your food was, had you stocked everything up for the winter and then...
Well, you see that steeple there?
Yeah?
We hid the food, flour and stuff on top of the steeple for our survival.
So that's, did everybody have to hide their food?
Well, everybody had a facility to hide it. Not everybody had a facility to hide the food.
Who built the church?
My grandfather.
Oh, so he kind of guessed that something might happen?
Well, it was the perfect facility that no one would think that there was a food up there.
Was it when he was building it, had he intended that at some point in time you'd have to hide something?
No, that was built a long time ago.
So it just came up one day that you needed somewhere to hide food, and that was a good place.
Actually, at one point during the war, we had animal manure in the front yard, and built a chamber in the manure. You know, to build a chamber and push the pigs in there, because the soldiers would come in every so often and inspect our barn, how many animals we had there. So we moved the pigs in that manure chamber with little air pipes sticking up above so they could breathe until the inspectors got away, and then got them out again.
So they didn't make any noise while they were in there?
Well, you can't, because manure's got a big silence. The silence.
Did you have to... So that was, I guess, the only stuff that you had to hide?
Yeah.
Like you didn't have any valuables around your house, I guess. You were living in poverty, so...
What else is there? Just survival, food survival.
Yeah. What... did you ever hide food from your parents?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I used to go and pick up eggs, like chickens were loose and laying eggs anywhere in the barn. So my job was to pick up the eggs and I hid away 12 eggs and waited for my mother and my older brother to go away from the house. I knew where they were going. I don't think I'm going to be, so I ate 12 eggs at one time.
You cooked them or they were raw?
No, I fried them, I think. 12 eggs at one shot.
Did you get sick? Were you able to keep it down? Like.
No, I don't know. My parents too hungry to worry about.
Oh man. Did your siblings ever hide food from your parents, or?
No, but there was always set of access to get to it, but so many times I would get blamed for it. Like we were dried smoked pork hanging in the rafter, and there was always something missing. It cut off. And most of the time I would get blamed for it. My father used to grow honeybees, and he had a jar of honey in the clothes closet. It was my sweater. My sweater was all covered with the honey. I got blamed for it. It's my older brother that got it, but I got blamed for it.
Wow. So, tell me about when you left home.
Well, I was sent out to make flowers and to a flour mill place. My father weighed the grain when he went to weigh, and he weighed the commodity when he came back. There was 150 kilo missing. It was on Saturday night. I came home with it, and I knew that it wouldn't be the end of it, so I managed to get a little bottle of alcohol, hidden a piece of bread and meat. If we had the windows that were open like a lever, but were still shut. And on a Sunday morning, I went to church first, and then I came home and they went to church, and I got in the house from outside because they would lock the front inside door. And I got the stuff and I took off with a little bottle of alcohol and a little sandwich. One-way trip.